Cody and I were introduced by mutual friends, and we just ended up hanging out all the time. And then eventually I realized that I had feelings for Cody. I mean, if I'm mad, if I'm sad, if I'm any of those emotions, Cody knows how to make me laugh and realize that things aren't as big as they seem. I mean, I'm giddy. I don't really feel like nervous. I don't feel anxious or anything like that. I'm ready, and I'm really, really excited. And I feel like this day, like, we knew it was gonna happen for a really, really long time. So the fact that it's here, I know I'm just really, really excited.
As I sit there and kind of go through everything, I've been struggling to find the word. I think all in all, it's excitement. I'm excited to be here and excited to go through this with Patricia and start our marriage together and really see how the two of us are gonna tackle all of life together, being the fact that we're gonna move to a new city together and start a totally new life without anybody. So kind of knowing that our future is a big question mark is exciting, but also still got some nerves about it.
Cody and Patricia, marriage is the most important of all earthly relationships. It should be entered into reverently, thoughtfully, and with full understanding of its sacred nature. Your marriage must stand by the power of your faith in God and the strength of your love. John writes about a grand narrative since the very beginning of time, God's love. The power of God's love is seen in his plan to redeem all of creation. Only love has the power to redeem. And as you go forward today as a married couple, remember that your spiritual lives are founded upon God's love for you. When your partner struggles in faith and asks, how do I know that God really loves me? Well, point to the death and resurrection of Jesus. God loves you. He loves you more than you can comprehend.
I love everything about him, and I love spending time with you, and I'm excited that now we get all the time, and I don't have to say goodbye to you anymore, and I'm just really happy about that.
I'm excited to be here, and she is stunning and beautiful, and I am more than actually ready for the ceremony to be over so we can just be together and kind of live in that for a while. I think all in all, I just want to tell her I love her.
Cody, will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor her, keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, being faithful to her as long as you both shall live? If so, say I do.
I do.
Patricia, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others, and being faithful to him as long as you both shall live? If so, say I do.
I do.
Patricia, on the day we got engaged, I got down on my knee and said, today we've been together for 1,000 days, and today I get to ask you for a lifetime more. Today begins our lifetime more. Now, we stop counting the days and start counting our memories. I think back to 4 years ago when we met and how simple things were. We would take long drives around the lake, eat Taco Bell while jamming out to Black Bear, Billie Eilish, Lake Street Dive, and so many more. We drove until the car was out of gas and the playlist was over. We talked so much about our goals, our dreams, and our families. We stayed up really late watching movies and just talking. If there's one thing I want to emphasize today, is that I hope we never lose that part of us, who we were. The part of us that was so excited just to see each other. The part that talked with no wind in sight. The part that sat on the hood of the car and watched the sunset behind the lake. But most importantly, I hope we never lose the part of us that loves onion rings. All jokes aside, I love you and I love who we were. I love who we are, and I'm dying to see who we become. I pray that you love me every step of the way and share the joys and downfalls of life with me. In our small group from church, we read a great book titled Loveology, and it was a quote from novelist David Wallace. Quote, "We all worship. The only choice we get is what to worship." I hope that you would agree with me in saying we won't just worship each other, but also God. I hope we always make time in our lives to attend a service, pray, volunteer, and gather in the name of Christ. Today, we gather in front of our friends and family and commit to life together. Today, we go a step further in saying we choose to worship each other. I vow to be your protector, your confidant, and your partner. I vow to be there for the happy and for the sad. I vow to be the anchor that keeps you grounded and the wind that guides us along our journey in life. Today, I promise to love you now and always, sickness and health, richer and poorer. But most importantly, I promise to keep you accountable to your goals and your dreams, to be your cheerleader and your coach. Above all, I promise to worship you and stand beside you, to always have your back and follow you blindly. Because you are my one true love. I choose you forever and always. I love you.
Cody, I thought I had a grasp of what people meant when they said you marry your best friend. But standing here with you today, I realize how that feels and how special it is. I get to stand here in front of people we love in person and virtually, and know that today God answered a prayer that has been prayed over me since before I was born. I am able to stand here in confidence and excitement because of the person you are and have proven to be. You have always put in the effort and time when things were hard, and took joy in the moments when things just fell into place. You have reminded me to love myself and to always be brave. Not only have you encouraged faith within myself, but you have cultivated a relationship between the two of us that also encourages growth in our relationship together in the Lord. You have loved me, my family, and my friends, and somehow created your own relationship with them all. Seeing you with my family and spending time with yours makes me so grateful for the love and support we have moving forward into this chapter of life. The community I find us surrounded with fills me with joy because they have and will continue to have a role in our life. And because of that, I feel our marriage has already been blessed. I want to stand up here and promise to be the perfect wife, but I know I won't be because neither of us are perfect people. But I will wake up every day searching for ways to actively love you. I will look for the joy and gifts in each stage of life with you. I will encourage you, and I will pray with and for you. I will support your passions and trust you. I will work on listening and try to speak less. But at the end of the day, I simply promise to love you because I do. I will stand by you when you feel down or discouraged. I will lift you when you feel overwhelmed. I will hold your hand and walk by your side through every chapter we face. I cannot wait to see what life with you is going to be because I know that it will be the greatest gift God has ever given me. I love you.
As much as you have both consented to be together in the covenant of marriage and you have pledged your faith to each other here in the presence of God, of your family and friends, may you continue in this manner as long as you both shall live. And now by the power vested in me as the minister of the gospel of Christ, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Cody, you may kiss the bride.